Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Now watch this, Brother Josh. It said people will do this to you. It's going to identify that people now. All right? It's going to identify the people. Read.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
God said he will bring people against you from far. Right?
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
So it says from the end of the earth. Right? Y'all was over here, minding your business, doing your thing, right? And then white folks came from all the way over here, from this end of the earth. God said he will bring a nation against you from the end of the earth as swift as the eagle flight. What is the symbol of America? What's on back of a quarter? What's on back of a dollar? An eagle. Is this not on back of a quarter? An eagle? Is this not on back of a dollar? Right? But watch this. If you walk back in history, it started American coin, the Spanish coin, not Spanish as in Hispanics. The real Spaniards are white people.
Right.
Right? And then the Roman coin, the Greek coin, they love this bird. On the top of flagpole, it's not an eagle on top of a flagpole. God's giving you the mascot of the people that's going to come against you. You can put that down. It's the so-called white man. That's who it is. He said he will send a nation against you from far, from one end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flight. Read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Because when they came, y'all didn't understand the nation, their tongue, their speech, did you? Because they spoke Latin. You know what dialect that y'all spoke? It was a watered down dialect of Hebrew.
That's right.
That's what it was. It had Hebrew words in it. And because y'all was over here, away from the Commonwealth, from the other part of Israel, the dialect kind of changed, right?
Right.
I don't know about in Native American language, right? But if I go from here to New York, I can talk to New Yorkers, but they got slang words that I wouldn't necessarily understand, right? If I go to California, same language but a different dialect. They got slang words that I wouldn't necessarily understand, right? But when the conquistadors came against y'all, it said what? A tongue what?
Whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Because they spoke Latin. You spoke a dialect of Hebrew. Read.
A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance. You want to know what's a nation of fierce countenance? Right? Man, it's not on here. Where they hung up the 13? Yeah. But right here, they did this to y'all. Did they not take and enslave and rob and pillage the Native Americans? If not, why y'all don't own all the land? They did, right? They took all this from y'all. Right? Read.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
They didn't care if you was young or old. They enslaved you. They killed you. They did things to you. And that's why I say a nation of fierce countenance. You see what I'm saying, Brother Josh? Is that not your history? Did they not come from one end of the earth all the way over here? And when they came over here, they took your oxen, they took your land, they raped, robbed, and pillaged y'all. Did they not? That's it. You read this out of the Bible. This came out of the Bible.
Verse 32.
You want to know why they hid that from you? Want to know why? Let me get Deuteronomy 76. They got to hide this from us. And I'm going to show you why. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God said, you Native Americans are holy people unto God. If you're holy, what's everybody else, Brother Josh? They're not holy, right? If he specifically said, hey, the Native Americans, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are holy unto me. What is he? The nations are not holy, right? Watch this.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
God said you are a special people unto him. That means everybody else is what? Not special, right? But watch what he says that you're supposed to be and compare it to everybody else.
Above.
Where?
Above.
What did it say, Josh? Above
all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's where you're supposed to be, Josh. You're supposed to be above. You want to know? Because if Native Americans get the same opportunities as the so-called white man, who rises above?
Bring it out.
If they play a sport, who's usually the stronger one? Native Americans or white people?
Bring it out.
Yeah. Natives. Native Americans are usually the stronger one.
Right.
Who's the best archers? Native Americans or white people? Native Americans.
Right.
Do you know how fast Native Americans run? They're the best run. Hey, bro, when I tell you God made Native Americans a special people, man, I'm telling you, y'all got talent like no other people on earth.
That's right.
And it's coming out the Bible. This is not a religious book, right? Because when you pick it up, you think it's a religious book, right? But it's not a religious book. It's your history. That's what it is. So, Brother Josh, now your question should be, if I'm special and holy unto God, and I'm supposed to be above, and I just read my history out of this Bible, why don't I own this earth? That should be your question. Is that your question, Josh? Watch this. Let's go back. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. Let's read it again. Watch this. Read it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Remember we read this, right? It said, if you will not hearken unto God,
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So we did not hearken to do God's commandments. So now, you should ask yourself, what are God's commandments? Because, watch this, go to Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. Right? Because that's what you gotta do, right? You gotta ask yourself, what is God's commandments? Right? Hold on. They said we'll be cursed if we don't do God's commandments. So if we do God's commandments, what will it be? Watch. It's going to tell you. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken,
It said, if you will listen to God
diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments,
if we do God's commandments, right?
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
That's a blessing. So if we do God's commandments, we're going to get a blessing. We're going to be set on high above all nations. If we do not do God's commandments, we're going to be cursed, right? So now your question should be, what are God's commandments?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.